And brought to you live via St. Louis, Missouri. This is Bombers Game Mic. I'm Paul D, and tonight is Game 4 of this 5-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I hope you all had a wonderful Wednesday for most of your day here so far. Let me give you the starting 9 here for both clubs. But with that said, join that Game Mic roll call. Let me see where y'all watching or listening from. And we have a $1 super from Jeff Coleman. Jeff, I thank you so much. And Road Spider with a $2 super from earlier. Thank you so much, Road Spider. It is greatly appreciated. Now, starting 9 for the St. Louis Cardinals here tonight. Leading off at second base, the NL rookie sensation J.J. Weatherall. Batting second at DH is Ivan Herrera. Batting third at first base is Alec Burleson. Batting cleanup in right field is Jordan Walker. Batting fifth in center field is Nate Church. Batting sixth at shortstop is Mason Wynn. Batting seventh out in left field is Brian Torres. Batting eighth at the hot corner is the Rook Blaze Jordan. And batting ninth behind the dish is Jimmy Crooks. Now the starting 9 for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off at shortstop is Ellie De La Cruz. Batting second at first base is Sal Stewart. Batting third in center field is Myers. Batting cleanup at third base is Suarez. Batting fifth at DH is Stevenson. Batting sixth in right field is Toglia. Batting seventh in left field is Blade. Batting eighth behind the dish is Trevino. And batting ninth at second base is McLean. And starting for the St. Louis Cardinals is the 5-10 Matthew Liberatore with an ERA over 5. He actually went 5 2/3 and 2 earned runs in his last start against the Chicago Cubs. Took the loss in that outing. He will face the 14-2 Chase Burns with an ERA in the mid-2s. That's pretty nuts. He is going to be a tough Sudoku, as he has been for all of Major League Baseball this year. So join the Game Mic roll call. Let me see who I'm watching or listening from. Let me go grab my viewing material. Very important when you're watching a baseball game to have something to watch it on. There we go. Nice. Hello, Major League Baseball. There we go. Okay. So we are just about 2.5 minutes away from scheduled first pitch. Braylon Beasley with the $1 super. I thank you so much, Braylon. I get that nice and secure there on the ledge. Good viewing material. All right. So leading off in the chat earlier tonight, Jimmy Otero. Hello, Paul D. Hope you got some rest and hope you have a repeat of yesterday. Well, that'd be awfully nice, Jimmy Otero. It's good to see you. Philip, Nola is here. Thunder, light, rain. Cheers to that, Philip. Road Spider, I thank you earlier. Roger Bassman. Let's go Cardinals. Good to see you, Roger. Keep the W's coming. Jack, go St. Louis Cardinals run. All for it. Zach, I love when the Cubs lose a day game. The night game the Cardinals are playing. Let's go Cards. It definitely opens up some fun possibilities. Dwayne Smith, ready for Redbird action tonight. Watch a replay. Mason Wynn throwing out Cubbies PCA. What a play. That man can definitely play shortstop. What a cannon he has at short. Alrighty. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Wednesday. JoJo Spades. I haven't seen you in a while, JoJo. Hey, Paulie D, everyone, go Cards. Good to see you, JoJo. Martin Greenwell, let's go Cards from Louisville, Kentucky. Hoping Libby gets it done tonight. DJ Nick Fly, good evening, Paul D. Hope you and Chet are doing well today. Go Cardinals. I'm doing all right. Doing okay. Anthony D. Michelle, go Cards. Always good to see you, Anthony. That's why you're the pro. Turn that screen on. Absolutely. So we're just about a few moments away here from scheduled first pitch. Gave you the starting lineups just a moment ago for the St. Louis Cardinals. Facing Chase Burns, who's having quite a year for a 23-year-old. 14-2, a 2.47 ERA, 46 walks against 151 strikeouts, a whip of 1.09 for the 23-year-old right-hander. He's awfully good. He throws 3 pitches, a four-seamer, a slider, and a changeup. He's almost the right-handed Christopher Sanchez. So it'll be a righty-lefty matchup here with J.J. Weatherall stepping into the box. Cardinals are wearing their traditional gray road tops and bottoms. Birds on the bat, red letters and numbers. Navy caps and helmets, red STL emblazoned on the front. The Reds are wearing their red tops, white bottoms with the white letters and numbers with Reds in script emblazoned across the chest with the red caps and the big traditional C emblazoned on the front of their caps and helmets. Stepping into the box is Weatherall. Coming wide, the first pitch from Burns. A four-seam fastball up and away out of the zone, and we are underway. It's a 1-0 count. JJ's hitting .241, 16 home runs, 46 RBIs. Setting up away is Trevino, the 1-0. Strike, four-seam fastball, whispers over the black of the outside corner. 98 miles an hour. The count is 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Chop foul down the first base side and out of play. And the count is 1-2 to J.J. Weatherall. Hello, Mr. Allen. Good to see you. And Jeff Coleman with the $1 super. Buying a first inning run. Who's with me? The 1-2. A slider bounces on top of home plate, and the count is even at 2-2. Now Burns looks in. He comes motion. The 2-2. Hit on up the middle. Picked up there at second by McLean to his right. He throws across the body in time to get Weatherall for the first out of the inning. A nifty play there by McLean at second, going to his right. Now here is Ivan Herrera. It's a righty-righty matchup. Nobody on with one out. Top of the first inning. There is no score. Burns is back out on the bump. He comes motion. The first pitch to Herrera. Strike. Slider down Broadway. The count is 0-1. come in motion. The 0-1 offering. Swinging strike on the slider, down and away. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah. Burns is moving quickly here. He winds the 0-2. A slider bounced out in front of home plate. It is a ball. The count is 1-2. There we go. So back onto the bump is Chase Burns, and back in the box is Herrera. He comes wide, the 1-2. Foul back of the 4-seam fastball on the outer third. High 90s offering. Count remains 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. A slider bounced out on top of home plate. The count is 2-2. Herrera hitting .246. Now he comes wide. The 2-2. There's a fly ball out to center field. Myers comes in. He's underneath it. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So a couple of quick outs here for Chase Burns. Here comes Alec Burleson. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with 2 out, top of the first inning. There is no score. Now the first pitch. Swinging strike on the slider downstairs. Swinging over the top of that one was Burleson. The count is 0-1. Alec is hitting .289, 21 home runs, 92 RBIs in 126 games. And the 0-1. Swinging strike on the slider downstairs, and the count is 0-2. Almost identical pitches there in terms of the offerings. Burns is back up onto the bump to the far third base side of the rubber. The 0-2. Swinging strike 3. Down hacking goes Alec Burleson for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, nobody left on after 1/2 inning of play. It is the St. Louis Cardinals nothing and the Cincinnati Reds coming to bat. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. Scoreless going, bottom 0-1. Well, Chase Burns, right? He got a good morning, good afternoon, good night there on an Alec Burleson. And the amazing part about it was none of the 3 pitches he actually threw to Burleson were strikes. I know. Thank you, Scotty. Yep, the voice has been on the mend. It's been on the mend. I've been giving it its necessary rest and treatment. Namely, just not talking that much when I'm not behind the mic or doing something where talking is obviously necessary. And a lot of these are very good. They help a lot. It took a number of days, but eventually I came through. Now here's Matthew Liberatore, 5-10 with a 5.07 ERA, 44 walks against 116 strikeouts, a whip of 1.48. The 4-seamer, the slider, the curve, the changeup, the sinker, and the cutter. He seems to have an every other start thing going. Here is De La Cruz, switch hitter, hitting right against the lefty Liberatore in the first pitch. A four-seam fastball down and away ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 1-1. He comes motion and deals. A slider down and in. It's very much a ball. The count is 2-1. On deck is Sal Stewart. After him is Dane Myers. They get to it. Suarez. Coming winds Liberatore. The 2-1. Hit out there in the right field. Going back is Jordan Walker. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That's a very good question. Oh, you're welcome, Zeke. Here is Sal Stewart. 258, 26 home runs, 91 RBIs. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody with one out. And the first pitch. A four-seam fastball down and in. It is a ball. The count is 1-0. Now, he comes wide, the 1-0 pitch. A curveball down and in. It is ruled a ball. The count is 2-0. Now, the 2-0 pitch. Foul back on the sinker. Right around the shins down Broadway, but at the shins, the count is 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit to the left side. Picked up there at short by Mason Wynn. He throws to first in time to get Sal Stewart by a couple of steps, who grounds out. 6-3 for the second out. Here comes Dane Myers. So a couple of quick outs, both via the lumber. Dane Myers hitting 265 home runs, 20 RBIs in 90 games. It's a lefty-righty matchup, a 278 OPS. The first pitch. He shows bunt, pulls back. It's a four-seam fastball called strike down and in. The count is 0-1. Now he comes motion. The 0-1 offering. A four-seam fastball down and in, and even in the dirt. Counts 1-1. Am I a singer? Goodness no. Goodness no, Alan. Now he comes one. The 1-1. There's a fly ball out to center field. Underneath it is Nate Church. He makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks. Nobody left on. The Reds, they go down in order after one full inning of play. There is no score going to the top of the second inning. I'm Paul D. And this is Bombers Game Mike. So due up for the Redbirds in the top of the second inning, Jordan Walker, Nate Church, and Mason Wynn. 4, 5, and 6 in the Redbird order. They will face Chase Burns. With Liberatore, I'm not entirely sure that he knows what he's giving us. What he's giving us when he's giving us it, Mr. Beasley. I think that's a level of inconsistency. But hopefully it works out for the best. So, I'd like to thank you all so much for spending part of your Wednesday night here with me on Game Mike. No score going top of second. get ourselves a Jordan Walker sighting here in just a moment, as he'll be stepping into the box against Chase Burns. See John. Howdy, friends. Great night for some Cardinal baseball. You know it. Dwayne Smith, Paul, the voice of the west coast of the mighty Mississippi. I could sign up for that, Dwayne. I love that. Thank you. All right, we're back here for the top of the second inning. Jordan Walker, Nate Church, Mason Wynn. 4-5-6. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch. Fouled down. First base side. The count's 0-1. Well, he's going to call time at some point, Jeremiah. Don't you worry. He winds. The 0-1 to Walker. A four-seam fastball up and away. It's rule of the ball. The count is 1-1. Jordan Walker's hitting .289, 24 home runs, 88 RBIs, and 845 OPS. Come in one, the 1-1. A slider down the way in the dirt. The count is 2-1. Now Burns winds. A 2-1 pitch. Check swing went around on the slider down and away. It is a strike, and the count is 2-2. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Jordan Walker. Everybody take that drink. All right, there we go. Now the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play on the slider away. Count is 2-2. Now he winds. A 2-2. A four-seam fastball up and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan Alexander Walker. Now the 3-2 offering. Called strike 3. Four-seam fastball down Broadway. Down the observatory goes Jordan Walker for the first out of the inning. I don't know what he was looking at there. That thing was middle. 21 pitches so far for Chase Burns. Here comes Nate Church. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with 1 out. 234, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs for Church. And the first pitch. Strike. Four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count, is 0-1. Now, the 0-1 pitch. A four-seam fastball up and away. The count is 1-1. Brother Joe, good to see ya. Now, the 1-1 offering. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball well upstairs. The count is 1-2. Now back into the box is Nate Church. It's a 1-2 count. Coming winds Burns. 1-2 offering. A four-seam fastball up and away. The count is even at 2-2. That came in at 98 miles an hour. Yeah. 98. Now the 2-2. A slider bounced out in front of home plate. Rather, on top of home plate, the count is 3-2. By my count, that's the third time he's done that tonight. Now the 3-2 to Nate Church. There's a fly ball into shallow left field. Underneath it is Suarez calling off De La Cruz and Blade for the second out of the inning. Either one of them, any one of the three, could have gotten that with tremendous ease. Oh, hello, Heather. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Now here is Mason Wynn. It's a righty-righty matchup. Nobody on with 2 out, top of the second, no score. He winds the first pitch. A slider well down and away. The count is 1-0. Mason Wynn hitting a muscular 241. Big home run last night. And the 1-0. Strike, four-seam fastball on the outer third. The count is 1-1. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Mason Wynn. Now, the 1-1 offering. A four-seam fastball up and in. The count is 2-1. Congratulations, Ethan. That's the first big step to having quite a bit more freedom. And the 2-1. Strike, slider on the outside corner. The count is even at 2-2 to Mason Wynn. Nobody on, 2 out. Top of the second inning, there is no score. It's a 2-2 count. Chase Burns here. Moving along quite efficiently so far. And the 2-2. Swinging strike 3. Down hacking goes Mason Wynn for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, nobody left on. After 1.5 innings of play, there is no score going to the bottom of the second inning. I'm Paul D. And this is Bombers Game Mike. Scoreless going bottom 0-2. Well, I said more freedom. I didn't say total freedom, Ethan. There you still got a ways to go before you get total freedom. You need to get the full license. You need to be living on your own. But being able to operate that learner's permit puts you very much on the way to the second step of the equation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, Jeremiah, no doubt. I had no issue with giving my younger brother rides to stuff. Huh. Interesting, Heather. Okay. Don't drive out of fear. Just don't drive just don't drive recklessly, Ethan, Defensive driving is not hard to do. You just have to assume everybody else on the road is an idiot, anticipate they're going to do something stupid, and then choose your course of action accordingly. Now here's Liberatore. He's out for his second frame in. The first pitch is Suarez. A curveball down and in. The count is 1-0. Driving can be one of the most relaxing and enjoyable things you'll ever do. I enjoyed it immensely. Now, the 1-0 pitch. A four-seam fastball up and away. The count is 2-0. Now, he comes one. The 2-0 offering. A four-seam fastball away. The count is 3-0 to Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is hitting .208 this year. as they switch up the baseball. Roger Bassman. Always good to see Roger. The 3-0. Strike. 14 fastballs down and away to Suarez. The count is 3-1. He's taking all the way on that one. Roger Bassman. Bombers game my professional correspondent. Our permanent correspondent to the surface of the sun. The 3-1. Strike. Slider on the outer third below the belt. The count is 3-2 to Suarez. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. There is no score in Game 4 of this 5-game set. Coming winds Liberatore. Now the 3-2. Called strike 3. Slider on the inside corner right there at the knees. For the first out of the inning. Oh, he just painted that inner third too. Suarez had him 3-0. Matthew Liberatore came all the way around. Here's Stevenson. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody on with one out, following the strikeout to Suarez. Time is called by the home plate umpire. Due to what? I have absolutely no idea. Nobody called for it. Now, the first pitch is Stevenson. And time is called again. I still have no idea why. Nobody, neither the batter, not the catcher, not the pitcher, not either of the dugouts. And that time there was a pitch actually thrown. And it was a strike if it had been counted. All right, now we're back at it. And the first pitch from Liberatore. A four-seam fastball down and in. The count is 1-0. They came in at 94 miles an hour. Now, coming one, the 1-0. Hit to the left side. Picked up on the ground there by Wynn at short. He throws to first in time to get Stevenson for the second out of the inning. So Stevenson grounds out 6-3 for the second out. Oh boy, Roger. Keep me posted. Now here's Toglia. Switch hitter batting right. And the first pitch. A curveball up and away. The count is 1-0. Come in motion is Liberatore, the 1-0 offering. Strike, slider on the outer third, just above the knees. The count is 1-1. Now he winds the 1-1. It's a ball. Change up away. Ugh. I hate when that happens. It's a 2-1 count. Now the 2-1 offering. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball upstairs. The count is 2-2 to Toglia. Toglia, 7 games here in the big league this year. 3 hits in that time. Yeah. The 2-2. Foul tipped on the curveball low, and the count remains 2-2 to Toglia. Matthew Liberatore, this next one's going to be his 25th of the evening. Now, he comes wide, the 2-2. A slider down and in. It is a ball, and the count is full, 3-2. It's not impossible, Heather. I would not discount that possibility. Do I think it's terribly likely? That's a different story. But it's not impossible. And I would not discount it. Now, the 3-2 pitch. Called strike three. Four-seam fastball right down Broadway. Challenged by Toglet. So ABS challenge incoming here. Let's see what it says. For the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks. Nobody left on after 2 full innings of play. There is no score going to the top of the 3rd inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Scoreless going, top of 3. Whistle while you work, indeed, Justin Beasley. And what a whistle. I'm glad you like that, Scotty. A little bit of showmanship on my part. Started incorporating that about 10 days ago. So due up for the Redbirds in the top of the 3rd inning. Torres, Blaze Jordan, Jimmy Crook, 7-8-9. Both orders have gone down in order so far. Yeah, Chase Burns and Matthew Liberatore both seem to be locked on through these first 2 frames of work. I'll buy that for $1. Yes, Dalton, I am going to be calling NFL games. Thank you, honey. All right, we're back here for the top of the 3rd. Torres, Jordan, Crooks. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch to Brian Torres. A four-seam fastball well upstairs. The count is 1-0. 229 for a home run, 15 RBIs, and 52 gained for Brian Torres, 29-year-old rookie. Now the 1-0 from Burns. Strike. Four-seam fastball whispers over the black of the outside corner. The count is 1-1. Now, the 1-1 pitch. A changeup well down and away. The count is 2-1. Trevino sets up away. The 2-1 offering. A four-seam fastball up and away. The count is 3-1. Oh, that's nice. Now he wants a 3-1. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 3-2. Oh, I'm going to be very busy, Jimmy. But I'm happy to be doing busy. This is my kind of busy work. Here's a pitch. Foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count remains 3-2. I will say this. The Navy caps and helmets definitely give the Cardinals a different aura. I'll explain in a moment. The 3-2. Foul straight back on the four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count remains 3-2. What I mean by that is it includes their sleeves and their undergarments and like their various padding. They look more like ninjas. Now the 3-2. Foul down the third base side. Now to play on the four-seam fastball away. And the count remains 3-2. So, they have the gray and the red. We've seen this. But the Navy, in the sleeves and the padding and the helmets and the caps. Looks good. 3-2. Hit to the right side. Picked up there at first from Stevenson. Take it to the bag himself. Correction from Stewart for the first out of the inning. Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw a recommendation for Rams games. I'm like, well, that would be an interesting choice for a St. Louis-based play-by-play guy here on YouTube. Here's Blaze Jordan, righty-righty matchup. Nobody on him with one out. The first pitch. A slider hits on the back home plate there. The count is 1-0. You see that maybe once a game, maybe once every few. I think that's about the fourth time I've counted that from Chase Burns. Fascinating. Now, the 1-0 pitch. Hit to the left side. Picked up there wide from third. Picked up by De La Cruz. Way deep in the hole, but there is no throw. So, an infield single by Blaze Jordan with one out. Initially, I thought that had gotten gloved by Suarez. Apparently, he missed it, and De La Cruz, by the time he had it, did not have a real shot at Blaze Jordan going down the line. Infield single, one out. From the first time from the stretch is Chase Burns, and the first pitch to Jimmy Crooks. Strike, slider on the inside corner. The count is 0-1. Oh, he does. He's doing 49er games. Now, the 0-1. A slider bounced down in front of home plate. The count is 1-1. In fact, he's already done one of their preseason games. Now, come in, set. The 1-1. Hit down the right field line and slicing foul. Jimmy Crooks got all of that one, just it didn't stay fair. The count is 1-2. I will give this to Jimmy Crooks. When he does connect, he does have power. Now, throwing over to first. Back in time is Blaze Jordan. The count is 1-2. Now, from the stretch is Burns. Runner leads the pitch. A slider down and in the dirt. The count is 2-2. It's really rather impressive that Chase Burns is so successful just throwing 3 pitches as a starter. Very counterintuitive to modern baseball logic. Now the 2-2. Swinging strike 3 on the slider. Down and in. Swinging over the top of that one was Jimmy Crooks. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Oh, that was sharp. He didn't have a chance at that thing. The only chance he had at it was not pulling the trigger. Now, here is J.J. Wetherall, second at bat. He's 0 for 1. Righty-lefty matchup, runner on first with 2 out. Top of the third inning, no score. The first pitch. Hit out there in the right field, going back, and it goes all the way to the wall. It sits at the base of the wall. Here comes the throw. Coming in from third is Blaze Jordan. Here's the throw into home, and he is out at home by about 4 or 5 feet for the third and final out of the inning. So, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 1 left on. After 2.5 innings of play, there is no score going to the bottom of the third inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Scoreless going bottom of 3. I was a little surprised watching him go around third on that play. Because, well, Blaze Jordan is not exactly, a track star. He's not exactly fleet of foot either. I thought Pop Warner would have kept him right there at third. I couldn't tell if he just, ran right through a stop sign or something. I don't think that was the case. But that's the story there. I will give it to J.J. Weatherall. He was all over that pitch. Split the outfielders perfectly between center and right. Pardon me just a moment, folks. And the first pitch to Blade. A sinker strike on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. A four-seam fastball away. The count is 1-1. Hey, Brent Chapman. Always good to see you. And the 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike on the slider, down and away. Swinging over the top of that one was Blade. Counts 1-2. So nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the third inning, no score. Blaze Jordan made the final out at home in this past half inning. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouled down the left field line and into the stands. Another sparse crowd. Quite a number of Cardinal fans, no shock there. Big Mac jersey indeed, Heather. As I consume my Whopper. There's irony. The 1-2. There's a fly ball out into shallow left center field. Underneath it is Mason Wynn. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Josh Baez is, I think, simply being given the day off. Which I think makes sense. Here's O.J. Trevino. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody on with one out. Bottom of the third inning, no score. The first pitch from Liberatore. Strike, slider on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Now, here comes Juan, the 0-1. A changeup down and away. The count is 1-1. Here's something fun. Tomorrow afternoon's game is actually tomorrow morning's game. First pitch, 11:40 a.m. Central Time. Now, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back on the four-seam fastball away. And count is 1-2. Jose Trevino, a product of the Yankee system. Now, coming Juan's Liberatore, the 1-2 offering. A curveball upstairs, and the count is even at 2-2. Yeah, seriously, Eric, 130 games here. Luckily, we've had some good baseball to watch. The 2-2. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball in the inner third. The count remains 2-2 to Trevino. The early bird catches the Cub. How you doing, Anthony? Now, the 2-2 pitch. There is a pop-up behind second base. Underneath it is Weatherall. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Steven Rissler with the $1 super. Thank you so much, Steven. It's very much appreciated, and it's very helpful. Praying to God that the Cards sweep the Philippines. I get where you're going with that one. The first pitch. And the curveball down and in. The count is 1-0 to Matt McLean. He's hitting 192, 11 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's at second base. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Now, the 1-0 offering. Foul back on the four-seam fastball down Broadway. 94 miles an hour from Liberatore. The count is 1-1. Philly Billy, there we go. Oh, okay, yeah. That will not be easy. The 1-1. Hit right up the middle and into center field. Picked up by Nate Church. So a 2-out single to center of the bat of McLean. And the Phillies have a runner on first with 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning. And Braylon Beasley and Jeff Coleman. Jeff Coleman with the $1 super. Thank you so much, Jeff. And Braylon Beasley with the $1 super. Thank you so much, Braylon. Now here is De La Cruz throwing over to first, back in time with the head first slide is McLean. The switch hitter is batting right against the lefty Liberatore. De La Cruz is over one the flyout. From the stretch is Liberatore. He sets at the Birds. The first pitch to De La Cruz. Strike. Slider. Right down Broadway below the belt. The count is 0-1. Is this an ABS challenge? Don't tell me this is an ABS challenge. No, it's not, thankfully. I was like, come on, guys. That was a strike. We all know it was a strike. Come in set. From the stretch is Libby. The 0-1. Strike. Four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 0-2 to Ellie De La Cruz. Clayton leads off first following his 2-out single to center. It's no 2 count. Next pitch is going to be the 43rd for Liberatore. And here's the pitch. A curveball down and in. The count is 1-2. Congratulations, baby. It's a 1-2 count. Now, the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Curveball down Broadway. For the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no walks, 1 left on. After 3 full innings of play, there is no score going to the top of the 4th inning. I'm Paul D. And if you're enjoying my call or Redbird action here on Game Mike this evening, you haven't done so already, but you feel I've earned it, please do leave a like. It helps out this channel a ton. That little thumbs up button there on your screen does more good than I can possibly tell you in the time I have available. And you have my eternal gratitude. And if you like what you see and hear and you're not already subscribed, well, get subscribed. We'd love to have you aboard. We have a lot of fun here on Game Mike. With that said, me here, you there, and this is Bombers Game Mike. Scoreless going top of 4. Well, One thing I can definitely say is thank you all so much for spending part of your Wednesday with me. One moment. And the first pitch to Herrera. Swinging strike. Count 0-1. Overwhelmed the flyout. And the 0-1 offering. A four seam fastball inside. The count is 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Check swing on the four-seam fastball downstairs. Did he go around? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. The count is 1-2. It was close. And the count is 1-2 as Herrera steps out of the box, granted time briefly. Now the 1-2 pitch. Hit to the right side, popped way up around first base. Underneath it is Sal Stewart. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So a rather quick first out by Ivan Herrera. That was the 53rd pitch by Chase Burns this evening in 3 1/3 inning of work. Now the first pitch to Alec Burleson. A changeup down and away. It is ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. And the 1-0 offering. Swinging strike on the slider, down and in. The count is 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back on the four-seam fastball up and away. The count is 1-2 to Alec Burleson. And the 1-2. Check swing on the four-seam fastball upstairs. Did he go around? He's not leaving the box. Then the scorebug hasn't updated. Still showing 1-2. And he deals. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball upstairs. Still showing 1-2. It's a 2-2 count. And the 2-2 pitch. A four-seam fastball goes all the way to the netting behind the backstop, and the count is full 3-2. The score bug in the broadcast is saying 2-2. MLB Game Day is saying 3-2, and it's right. And the 3-2. Or maybe I was wrong. The slider was down and in the dirt. It's showing a full count here. Now the 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4. So, Burley works a one-out walk. He reaches for the first time tonight. Here comes Jordan Walker. Hey, Chuck Gaiman. Good to see you, Chuck. Righty-righty matchup. Jordan is 0 for 1. Here's a pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball inside corner. The count is 0-1. 62 pitches here for Chase Burns. Runner on first with 1 out. Now the 0-1. A slider bounced out in front of home plate. Going down towards second is Burleson, so he takes advantage of that thing. The thing actually bounced on the grass in front of home plate. And that's how odd that release point was. So, moving up 90 feet is Burleson. The count is 1-1. Now, coming set. He deals. Foul tipped on the slider, down and away. 89 miles an hour. The count is 1-2 to Jordan Walker. Leading off second is Alec Burleson. A walk and then the wild pitch. And time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Jordan Walker, so everybody take that drink. Root beer. Now, come in, set. And the 1-2 offering. Check swing on the slider down and away. Did he go around? No, says Blue down the first baseline. He held, and the count is 2-2. So it's a 2-2 count. Setting at the belt is Burns. And the 2-2 offering. Swinging strike 3 on the slider downstairs for the second out of the inning. That was not close. In fact, I would say the barrel of the bat and the baseball were about 2 feet apart. Next pitch is going to be Chase Burns' 67th. Here is Nate Church, righty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 1. Runner on second with 2 out. The first pitch, strike, four-seam fastball in the outer third at the knees. The count is 0-1 to Nate Church. 0 for 1 with a flyout. 233, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs in 107 games, a 632 OPS for Nate Church. From the belt is Burns, the 0-1. Fouled down the third base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball upstairs. The count is 0-2. Burns is back on the bump. Leading off second is Burleson with 2 outs. No 2 count here to Nate Church. 19 pitches so far in this frame for Burns. And the 0-2. Hit to the left side and through the hole into left field for a base hit. Picked up out there by Blade, who throws it into second. Scoring all the way from second is Alec Burleson. And that'll be a 2-out RBI single to left off the bat of Nate Church. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. That one just found the hole. He hit against the shift, essentially. And it was out of the range of De La Cruz, and it was hit soft enough that Blade couldn't get on the ball fast enough to throw it home and try and get Burleson. So, an RBI with 2 out. Now, here is Mason Wynn, righty-righty matchup. The first pitch, a four-seam fastball low. The count is 1-0. Mason Wynn is 0 for 1. Braylon Beasley with the $1 super. And Jeff Coleman with the $1 super. Thank you both so much. We seem to be having a thing going on there. The 1-0. A four-seam fastball away. The count is 2-0. But whatever that Texas two-step may be, gents, I thank you both very much. I call it incentive-based economics. The 2-0. A four-seam fastball away. The count is 3-0. Not so much for me, but for the Cardinals. I just so happen to benefit from it. Now, Burns sets at the belt. The 3-0 to win. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 3-1. Well, your pop is a little busy at the moment. Now, come in, set. Throwing over to first, back in time, but that first slide is Nate Church. The count remains 3-1 to Mason Wynn. So it's a 1-0 Cardinal lead here in the top of the fourth inning. RBI 2-out single to left, scoring Burleson off the bat at Church. And the 3-1. Ball 4 on the four-seam fastball away. So a 2-out walk worked by Mason Wynn. And now the Cardinals have runners on first and second with 2 out here in the top of the fourth inning. 1 already in. It's a 1-0 Cardinal lead. Here is Brian Torres, who's 0 for 1. It'll be a righty-lefty matchup. It's very true, Missouri. And the first pitch, a slider down and in. The count is 1-0. Looking in is Chase Burns, who sets at the belt. Now the 1-0 to Brian Torres. Check swing on the slider downstairs. Did he go around? No, he did not, says Blue down the third baseline. The count is 2-0. Coming set is Burns. And the 2-0 to Torres. Chop foul down the first base side. Now to play on the slider. The count is 2-1. This has undoubtedly been the most strenuous inning for Chase Burns so far. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. A 2-1 count. He deals. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball down Broadway, 96 miles an hour. The count is even at 2-2. Now he comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit out there into right field, and it falls into right for a base hit, throwing it back in, and now it would appear that the run has scored in the person of Nate Church, and that will give the Cardinals a 2-0 lead on the RBI single to right of the bat of Brian Torres, and that'll put runners on the corners with 2 out. It appeared to be a slider on the outer third about knee high. Nate Church scores from second on the play. And a $1 super from Braylon Beasley. Thank you so much, Braylon. And now there is a little discussion on the mound between the pitching coach Trevino and Chase Burns. So 2-0. Jeff Coleman with a $1 super. Thank you again, Jeff. And Zach, a $2 super. Zach Z06Z06. Thank you, Zach. Now, the first pitch to Blaze Jordan. Fouled back of the four-seam fastball down Broadway. 98 miles an hour, the right hand of Burns. The count is 0-1. So, runners out in the corners. It's an 0-1 count with 2 out. And the 0-1 to Blaze Jordan. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 0-2. Two already in here. It's a 2-0 Cardinal lead here at top of 4. Coming set The 0-2 to Blaze Jordan. Check swing on the slider down the way. Did he go around? Yes, he did, and that will do it. However, the Cardinals, they push the first two across in this game. They have themselves a 2-0 lead. After 3.5 innings of play, 2-0 Redbirds going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Rather, after 3.5 innings of play, 2-0 Cardinals going to the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 2-0 Redbirds going bottom 04. Pardon me. Yes. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. And the first pitch from Liberatore. A curveball low and away. The count is 1-0. 2-0 Cardinals here, bottom of 4. Here's Sal Stewart. It's a 1-0 count. Coming winds Liberatore, the 1-0. A 4-seam fastball down and away. The count is 2-0. Oh, neat choir guy. Now the 2-0 offering. A 4-seam fastball low. The count is 3-0. Sal Stewart, Myers, and Suarez, the 3-0. Strike, 4-seam fastball on the outer third. The count is 3-1. So for tomorrow's fifth and final game of this series, time is granted by the home plate umpire to Sal Stewart. Scheduled first pitch at Great American Ballpark, 11:40 a.m. Central Time. I'll be live here on Game Mike at 11:30 a.m. The 3-1. There is a fly ball into foul territory on the right side, but it goes well into the stand. So that'll be fun. A little brief morning baseball. Next pitch is Liberatore's 50th. Now he comes one, the 3-2. Check swing on the 4-seam fastball down and in. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Down hack and goes Sal Stewart for the first out of the inning. Now here comes Myers, who's 0 for 1. Lefty-righty matchup, nobody on with 1 out. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Redbirds in the first pitch. A 4-seam fastball down and in. The count is 1-0. Yeah, he's the little girl with the curl. No question. Now, the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count is 1-1. Dane Myers 0-1 with a flyout tonight. Liberatore comes motion and deals. A changeup down and away. The count is 2-1. Now, Liberatore comes one, and the 2-1 pitch. Strike, sinker on the inner third at the knees. The count is 2-2. Now, the 2-2 pitch. Hit foul down the third base side and out of play, and the count is 2-2. No, neither starter is throwing a no-hitter, Heather. And the 2-2. Called strike three. Uncle Charlie down Broadway for the second out of the inning. Myers just went down the observatory on that Uncle Charlie. Gets the old backwards K. Major League Baseball's impression of Sirleck for the second out. Now here is Eugenio Suarez, lefty-righty matchup. He's 0-1, and the first pitch. A slider strike. Middle, the count is 0-1. Now the 0-1 offering. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball up and away to Suarez, and the count is 0-2. And they switch up the baseballs. All right, and here we go. He comes one. The 0-2 to Suarez. A curveball well upstairs. The count is 1-2. Now, the 1-2 pitch. Called strike three. Down, look and go Suarez. For the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks. Nobody left on. After 4 full innings of play, it is 2-0 Redbirds going to the top of the 5th inning. I'm Paul D. And this is Bombers Game Mic. 2-0 Redbirds going top of 5. Yeah, he really is. He really is pitching his butt off tonight. Due up for the Cardinals in the top of the 5th inning. Jimmy Crooks. J.J. Weatherall. Ivan Herrera. 9-1-2 due up. Ah. Happy birthday, Mr. Canadian Turkey. Roger that, Elder. All right, we're nearly back here for the top of the fifth inning. 2-0 Cardinals. Finally put it together in the top of the fourth with both of their runs. And we're back to the action. 9-1-2. Crooks, Weatherall, and Herrera against Chase Burns. We are righty-lefty matchup. Crooks is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Strike. Four-seam fastball whispers over the black of the outside corner to Jimmy Crooks. The count is 0-1. Next pitch is Chase Burns' 84th of the evening. The 0-1 offering. A changeup in the dirt. The count is 1-1. Now, the 1-1 pitch. A four-seam fastball. Hits the plate again. The count is 2-1. It's number 5 by my count. And the 2-1. There's a fly ball out to right field. Going back in front of the wall. Underneath it is the right fielder. He makes the catch. Right up against the wall for the first out of the inning. Jimmy Crooks gave that a ride. Landed right in front of the PNC advertisement in the right center field wall. Toglia managed to pull it in at the track. That's one out. Now here is J.J. Weatherall, and here's the pitch. A fastball away. The count is 1-0. Weatherall is 1 for 2. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with one out. Top of the fifth inning. 2-0 Cardinals. The 1-0. A slider down and in the dirt. The count is 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. Hit to the right side, and it's off the glove of McLean, who cannot pull it in off a hop. So it would appear to be, if I'm scoring it, an E4 that allows Weatherall to reach with one out. Matt McLean, it was on a sharp hop to his right, but it's absolutely a play he should make, and he would probably tell you the same thing. Let's see if we find out how they rule it here shortly. Now, here is Ivan Herrera, who's 0 for 2. Righty-righty matchup, the first pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball in the outside corner. Counts 0-1. I'm not seeing any errors, anything in the error column yet. The 0-1. A slider well down and away and over the lefty batter's box. The count is 1-1. I mean, that would be kind of crazy to give him a hit on that, honestly. But it could be generous home scoring, too. You never know. Coming set. The 1-1 pitch. A slider down and away and clear out of the zone. The count is 2-1 to Ivan Herrera. Setting at the belt is Burns. He deals. Strike. Slider on the outside corner. The count is even at 2-2 to Ivan Herrera. Runner on first with one out. Top of the fifth inning, 2-0 Cardinals. Here in the fourth game of this 5-game series. Infield defense playing back and heavily shifted towards left with the righty Herrera. The 2-2. Foul down the first base side and out of play. I think they're giving him the hit there, because I have not seen any E1s coming up in the box score. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike three. Flaying all over that slider. Down and away was Ivan Herrera for the second out of the inning. I see no indication of an E4 or the first error of the game assigned to the Reds. So I think Weatherall may very well end up getting a hit on that, though I don't really think it should be. Now here is Alec Burleson, runner on first. Righty-lefty matchup, throwing over to first. Back in time with the head first slide is Weatherall. From the stretch is Burns, setting out the belt. The first pitch to Burleson. A slider down and in the dirt. The count is 1-0. Yeah, I think so too, Missouri Gaming. I think that's exactly what we're dealing with here. And they're trying to figure out something going on here, going on in the Cardinal dugout that's holding up the game. I don't know exactly what it is. Next pitch is going to be Burns' 97th. He sets at the belt. Runner leads the 1-0. A four-seam fastball up and away, 97 miles an hour. The count is 2-0. Now Burns sets. Burns deals. Strike, changeup on the outer third, right at the knees. The count is 2-1. Burley is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Burns comes set. The 2-1. Hit to the right side, in through the hole, into right field for a base hit. Going from first to third on the single to right is J.J. Weatherall, and that'll put runners on first and third with 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And that one just found the hole. Sal Stewart probably would have picked that up had he not been holding on Weatherall at first. Now here is Jordan Walker, who's 0 for 2. It's a righty-righty matchup. 2 out, top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Redbirds. The first pitch, swinging strike on the four-seam fastball up and in. The count is 0-1. That was number 100 from Chase Burns, so he's not much longer for this. He's not long for too much longer in this game. Now coming set, the 0-1. Fouled back on the four-seam fastball up and in. The count is 0-2 to Jordan Alexander Walker. Time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Jordan Walker. Third time tonight. Everybody take a drink. Runners lead off the corners with 2 outs, an 0-2 count. Now Burns sets. Burns deals. Fouled straight back on the four-seam fastball up and away, and the count remains 0-2. Back under the bump is Chase Burns. Number 103 incoming. The 0-2. Foul tipped on the slider away. Just getting a piece of that one did Jordan Walker. On deck, Nate Church. 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. It's a 2-0 Cardinal lead. They're at the top of the 5th inning. Runners lead off first and third. Coming set is Burns. And the 0-2. Check, swing on the slider away. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Blue down the first baseline. And that will do it. So, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 2 left on. After 4.5 innings of play, it is 2-0 Redbirds going to the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. 2-0 Cardinals going bottom of 5. All right. That is definitely dad joke material, Missouri Gaming. I love it. So, due up for the Reds in the bottom of the 5th inning, Stevenson, Toglia, and Blade. Stevenson is 0 for 1. Toglia is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Blade is 0 for 1. Justin Beasley, good evening, chat. Be sure to like that stream. Please subscribe as well. We're less than 20 subs away from 1,400. We have an awesome community here at Bombers Game Mic. Please join us. Absolutely. Follow Justin Beasley. He knows the way. Ronald Lyle, 382 watching. We should have at least 150 likes. Smash that like button, please. Ron Lyle. Cheers to the Green Mountain State. Now, Matthew Liberatore is out there for his 5th frame. He'll face Stevenson, who's over 1. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Cardinals, the first pitch. A curveball up and away. It's ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. Now, the 1-0 offering. Strike. Four-seam fastball down Broadway to Stevenson right at the knees. The count's 1-1. Liberatore has thrown a total of 62 pitches through 4+ innings of work. He comes one, the 1-1. A changeup low, and the count is 2-1. Matthew Liberatore shakes off Crooks a couple times, comes one, the 2-1 pitch. Foul back on the four-seam fastball inside. The count is 2-2. I know, Heather, I know. Liberatore looks in. He comes motion. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3 on the Uncle Charlie. Down and away for the first out of the inning. Stevenson goes down hacking. And Uncle Charlie, fitting of that number 32. If you know, you know. Now here's Toglia, switch hitter hitting right-handed against lefty Liberatore. The first pitch. A four-seam fastball strike down Broadway. The count is 0-1. He comes one, the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball out to right field. Going back right at the lip of the track is Jordan Walker. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So a couple of quick outs here on the part of Matthew Liberatore, Stevenson, and Toglia. Here comes J.J. Blade. 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The first pitch to Blade. Swinging strike on the Uncle Charlie downstairs. The count is 0-1. Yeah, I figured you would, Scott Reed. Now, the 0-1 pitch. hit into foul territory behind home plate. Giving chase is Crooks, but it goes about a row or two deep behind the Cardinals dugout. The count is 0-2. Next pitch is going to be Matthew Liberatore's 70th. Nobody on with 2 outs. An 0-2 count, bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Cardinals. Here in game 4 of 5. Tomorrow's game, 11:40 a.m. scheduled first pitch Central Time. I'll be live here on Game Mike at 11:30 a.m. Central Time for the play-by-play live stream. He comes one, the 0-2 to Blade. Check swing on the slider down and away. Did he go around? Yes, he did. For the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, nobody left on. After 5 full innings of play, it is 2-0 Cardinals going to the top of the 6th inning. I'm Paul D. And if you're enjoying my Call of Redbird action here on Game Mike this evening, you haven't done so already, but you feel I've earned it, please do leave a like. You have my eternal gratitude, no doubt. And it's helping this growing channel continue to grow immeasurably. The algorithm responds to likes, and it pushes it out there to more Cardinal fans who need all the help they can get right now, following this team day in and day out. And if you like what you see and hear and you're not already subscribed, well then get subscribed. Great growing community on Game Mike. We'd love to have you be part of that. With that said, me here, you there, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 2-0 Redbirds going top of 6. Yeah, Matthew Liberatore. He's been on the money so far. What can I say? He's pitched well. Credit where credit is due to the man. Two up for the Cardinals in the top of the 6th inning. Nate Church, Mason Wynn, and Brian Torres. So 5, 6, 7 in the Cardinal order. Nate Church, 1 for 2. A run scored and an RBI. Mason Wynn, 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. Brian Torres, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Productive. Now here is the lefty Sam Moll in relief of Chase Burns. 58 games, 49 and a third innings pitched. It's a lefty-lefty matchup here against Nate Church. And the first pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back. The slider is down and away, and it's a ball. The count is 1-0. Sam Moll in 58 games has a 1-7 record, a 4.56 ERA, and the 1-0 from Moll. Swinging strike on the sinker inside. The count is 1-1. In 49 and a third innings pitch, he has 50 strikeouts in that span and a whip of 1.50 for Sam Moll, 34-year-old left-hander for the Reds in relief of Chase Burns, 1-1. A sweeper away. Ruled a ball. The count is 2-1. Nate Church is back in the box. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Cardinals. Cummins sets Moll, the 2-1. Chop foul down the first base side and out of play, and the count is 2-2. Now Moll sets at the belt. And the 2-2 pitch. A four-seam fastball well inside, and the count is 3-2. They switch up the baseballs. And time is granted by the home plate umpire at the behest of Nate Church. Now he comes set. The 3-2. Chop foul and rolls over towards the Reds on deck circle on the sinker away. The count remains 3-2 to Nate Church. Now Malk comes set at the belt. And the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Sinker on the outer third thigh high. It looks like Nate Church challenged that. I have no idea why. You keep looking up to the board there. It would suggest to me it looks like there's some kind of a challenge going on here, but I don't know why he would have done that. Nothing but zone. It was a terrible challenge. So, yeah, nothing but zone. Strike 3, just in case anyone's wondering. So now both teams only have one ABS challenge remaining here. Here's Mason Wynn against the lefty Mall. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Mason Wynn 0 for 1 with a walk. Nobody on with 1 out. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Cardinals. Mall comes set. The 2-0. The first pitch. A sinker away. Rolled a ball. The count is 1-0. It's a 2-0 game. Cardinals over the Reds here in game 4 of 5. Now, ball comes set at the belt. The 1-0 pitch. A sinker away, ruled a ball. The count is 2-0. Now, ball comes set. He deals. Popped up Mason Wynn behind the plate, giving chases Trevino, but it goes into the stands. The count is 2-1. Back onto the bump is Sam Mall, who steps off the rubber. I have no idea what Nate Church was thinking there, but so it is. He sets and deals. Swinging strike on the four-seam fastball down and away, and the count is even at 2-2 to Mason Wynn. Now, the 2-2 pitch. Hit to the left side. Picked up on the ground by De La Cruz. He throws to first in time to get Mason Wynn for the second out of the inning. And now we have a pinch hitter here. Joshua Baez is coming in to pinch hit for Brian Torres. Makes sense. With the lefty in the game, they go with the righty Joshua Baez. So only getting part of the night off. And now the pitching coach for the Reds is going out there to have a little chat with Mall and Trevino. And of course they're showing the 3 home runs from Saturday. Always fun to rewatch. Yeah, that was something. That and they need to fill a little bit of airtime as well. All right, into the box is Baez. 3 for 21, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. You had that sacrifice fly and RBI last night as well. Lefty-righty matchup, the first pitch, hit into center field and in for a base hit. First pitch swinging there is Baez, deposits it right into center field. He has himself a 2-out single to center, and the Cardinals have a runner on first with 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. It looked to be a sinker on the outer portion of the plate. It was about thigh high. He turned on it. Sent it right back. Here's Blaze Jordan, lefty-righty matchup. Runner leads off first with 2 out. 2-0 Cardinals, top of 6. Throwing over to first. Baez is back in time, taking less than a nothing lead. Just had to do a little two-step. Runner leads off first. And the first pitch. A sinker away to Blaze Jordan. The count is 1-0. Now Maul sets at the belt. He deals. Strike, changeup, whispers over the black of the outside corner at the knees to Blaze Jordan. Counts 1-1. Blaze Jordan is 1 for 2 with a single tonight, hitting .252 home runs, 25 RBIs in 50 games. Cummins sets Maul, the 1-1. A changeup away and over the lefty batter's box, and the count is 2-1. Runner leads off first. Maul comes set and steps off the rubber. So we wait a little longer for the 2-1 offering here to Blaze Jordan. Now Cummins set at the belt. The 2-1. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. Here's the play. And he is ruled safe at second. So a stolen base by Baez. Trevino threw it late and wide. And they're trying to see if they got the tag on the foot before he got his hand into the bag. So, well, let's find out. Yeah, it's really hard to tell there from that angle at that speed. Let's slow it down. Ooh, that's close. I don't know if they're going to take a second look at it. They are not taking a second look at it. So, stolen base there for Baez. Runner on second with 2 outs. A 2-2 count. Oh, are they? Well, they're not showing anything that would suggest here an official review. But it's certainly not on the scorebook, not on the broadcast. And I haven't seen any indication for the headset. Because they usually do a little like this thing. Yeah. All right, let's see it on this angle. Freeze. Oh, you can't tell from that angle. It's blocked by 2 different individuals. Well, it's showing 2-2 on the scorebook with the runner on second. Couple umpires are talking it over. They're not showing the little tag that says play under official review. Because if it is, well, that would probably be a good thing to leave there. I can't, let's put it this way, it's going to be very hard to get evidence to clearly overturn it. But given the fact that they're standing around would suggest to me in the already very subpar scorebug from the Cardinal.TV broadcast that probably is under official review considering we've been sitting here for a minute and everybody just keeps staring up at the board waiting around. So let's see here. The original call is Joshua Baez being safe. So let's see. He is safe at second, so it was under official review. The play stands. Cardinals.TV, man. I'm telling you. Least they could do is say it's under official review. So, Joshua Baez steals second, and it's a 2-2 count. And the 2-2 pitch. A sweeper well away and out of the zone. The count is 3-2. And here's a pitch. Foul tipped on the changeup down and into Blaze Jordan, just getting a piece of that thing. And the count remains 3-2. Now, coming set at the belt is Maul. The 3-2 to Blaze Jordan. Foul back on the four-seam fastball inside, 95 miles an hour. No doubt Blaze Jordan wants to knock in Baez from second there. Coming set is Maul. The 3-2 to Blaze Jordan. Ball four on the sweeper away. So runners on first and second with two out here in the top of the sixth inning. And here comes Jimmy Crooks. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Runners on first and second with two out. It's a 2-0 Cardinal lead here, top of six. And the first pitch. A sweeper down and in, ruled a ball to Jimmy Crooks. The count is 1-0. Jimmy Crooks is 0-2 with a strikeout and a flyout. 179 with 4 home runs this year. And ball comes set, setting up away is Trevino, the 1-0. And there's a high pop-up out there into medium right field. Underneath it is Toglia. He makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. However, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left on. After 5.5 innings of play, it is 2-0 Redbirds going to the bottom of the sixth inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mic. 2-0 Cardinals going bottom of six. Full-time ABS. I don't think we're quite there yet. I think they have a nice balance going right now. I'm not really into what they do, like, for example, in South Korea, where, yeah, the umpires out there, but they're basically just meat puppets for the computer. I don't want that. I'm not saying that's not what they're going to do. It's simply not what I want. Well, Heather, I think really at the end of the day, my one true love in terms of calling games is baseball. Doing both is great. I'll be doing both this fall. Now, the first pitch from Liberatore to Trevino is a slider up and away. The count is 1-0. 2-0 Redbirds here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Lefty-righty matchup, the 1-0 pitch. A four-seam fastball away. The count is 2-0. 5 innings pitch, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts tonight for Matthew Liberatore. On deck is the second baseman McLean, then back to the top of the order with De La Cruz, the 2-0. Strike, four-seam fastball on the inside corner. The count is 2-1. Now, the 2-1 offering. There's a fly ball into center field. Going back a few steps is Nate Church. He makes the catch in front of the track in right center field for the first out of the inning. Now, here's the 9-hitter, the second baseman, McLean. It'll be a lefty-righty matchup. Baez is out there for Torres as a defensive replacement. Lefty-righty matchup, the first pitch of McLean. Foul back on the four-seam fastball inside. The count is 0-1. So, Baez is out in left field as the defensive replacement for Torres. He pinch hit for him. Now the 0-1 offering. A sinker away, ruled a ball. The count is 1-1. Hey, Rush Dash, how's it going? Hey, Siblings Gaming, good to see you. Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike, curveball on the outer third, about thigh high, and the count is 1-2. So nobody on with one out, bottom of the sixth inning, 2-0 Cardinals. So 1-2 count here, the 9-hitter McLean. Coming winds Liberatore, the 1-2. A four-seam fastball upstairs, and the count is 2-2. That came in at 95 miles an hour. Ooh, it's late your side, Thurman. And the 2-2. Hit down the left field line. Giving chase is Baez. It hits the base of the wall. He plays the carry, throws back in. Going into second with the head first slide. Safe is McLean with the one out, double to left. And the Reds have a runner on second with one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So McLean leads off second. Here is De La Cruz, switch hitter hitting right against the lefty Liberatore, who's from the stretch. Runner on second with one out following the double to left by McLean. And the first pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway, 94 miles an hour. The count is 0-1. De La Cruz is over 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. From the Birds, the 0-1. Hit on up the middle and just deflected off the glove there of Weatherall. It goes into center field. Moving from second to third on the play is McLean. That deflection off the glove of Weatherall. He tried to pull it in on a line, but his knocking it down as such basically guaranteed that McLean could not come home on it. So runners at the corners with one out following the single to center off the bat of De La Cruz. Here's Sal Stewart with the runners at the corners and one out. Stewart is 0 for 2. Next pitch is going to be Liberatore's 82nd in 5 1/3. Well, thank you, Brother Joe. Ground out and a strikeout for Sal Stewart. From the stretch is Liberatore. He deals. Swinging strike on the curveball down and into Sal Stewart. The count is 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. A slider downstairs. The count is 1-1. Up in the pen, getting hot for the Cardinals, Luis Gastelum. Now, coming set is Liberatore. The 1-1 pitch. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the changeup, down and away, and the count is 1-2. Runners lead off the corners, and time is called by the home plate umpire. Thank you, Zach. Come in, set. Now the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball out to center field. Going back is Nate Church in front of the wall, looking up, and it is gone. A 3-run home run to dead center field off the bat of Sal Stewart, and that will give Cincinnati a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He got absolutely everything on that one. The 85th pitch of the night from Matthew Liberatore, right into the batter's eye. It looked to be a four-seam fastball, maybe a sinker on the inner third, just below the belt. He turned on it big time, and that'll be a 3-run home run for Sal Stewart, and Cincinnati has a 3-2 lead. And the first pitch to Myers. Strike, four-seam fastball on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody on with 1 out, 3 in here for Cincinnati. They have a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 0-1 offering. Foul back on the four-seam fastball inside, and the count is 0-2. Dane Myers is 0-2 with a flyout and a strikeout. 257, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, a 722 OPS. Coming winds Liberatore, the 0-2. A curveball up and away, and the count is 1-2. Liberatore setting up from the extreme third base side of the rubber. The 1-2 to Myers. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the four-seam fastball. The count remains 1-2. Now he comes one. The 1-2. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play on the slider down and in. The 90th pitch there for Liberatore. The count is 1-2. He comes motion. The 1-2 offering. A changeup up and away, and the count is 2-2 to Dane Myers. So 3 already in for the Reds here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have a 3-2 lead. Coming up the 3-run home run to center off the bat of Sal Stewart. Coming winds Liberatore, the 2-2. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the four-seamer down and in. Count is 2-2. He comes wide and deals. A curveball up and away, and the count is 3-2. On deck is Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is 0-2. Next pitch is Liberatore's 94th of the evening. Back onto the hill is Liberatore, who comes wide. The 3-2 to Myers. Fouled back on the sinker up and away. Another tough at-bat from Myers, and the count is 3-2. 24 pitches this inning for Matthew Liberatore. His most by far. He comes one, the 3-2. There's a fly ball into center field. Going back is Nate Church in front of the track. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So he tracks it in. Goes back about 7 or 8 feet. Right there at the lip of the track. Now here is Suarez. He's 0 for 2. It'll be a lefty-righty matchup. Nobody on with 2 out. 3 already in off the 3-run home run from Sal Stewart. It is a 3-2 Reds lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming wind is Liberatore, and the first pitch is Suarez. Strike, curveball on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Coming winds Liberatore. He deals. Strike, four-seam fastball down Broadway, and the count is 0-2. Eugenio Suarez 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts tonight. Coming winds Liberatore, the 0-2. A slider well inside, and the count is 1-2. Now, the 1-2 pitch. A curveball down and in. Checking his swing is Suarez. And the count is 2-2. As they switch up the baseball. Nobody on, 2 out, 3 in here for Cincinnati. They have a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming winds Liberatore, the 2-2. Swinging strike 3. Dad hacking goes Suarez for the third and final out of the inning. So, 3 runs on a very big hit there off the bat of Sal Stewart gives the Reds a 3-2 lead going to the top of the 7th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 3-2 Reds going top of 7. Justin Beasley. Good evening, chat. Be sure to like the stream. Please subscribe as well. We are less than 20 subs away from 1,400. We have an awesome community here at Bombers Game Mike. Please join us. Listen to Justin Beasley. He knows what he's talking about. Now, due up for the Cardinals in the top of the 7th inning. Back to their top of their order. J.J. Wetherell, Ivan Herrera, and Alec Burleson. JJ is 2 for 3 tonight. Herrera is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Burleson is 1 for 2 with a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Nine likes away from 150. Please smash that like button. Getting close. Getting close. Jeff Coleman with the $1 super. Thank you, Jeff. I very much appreciate it. All right, we are here for the top of the 7th inning. Wetherell, Herrera, and Burleson. 1, 2, and 3 in the order. It's a 3-2 Cincinnati lead. Difference in this game, a 3-run home run by Sal Stewart. Brock Burke, the left-hander, is out there for the Reds. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Hit into center field. Coming in is Myers. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Brock Burke there in relief of Maul. That'll be 1 out. Now here is Ivan Herrera. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Lefty-righty matchup. Brock Burke in 63 games, 61 innings pitched. A 2.80 ERA, a whip of 1.26. And the first pitch. Strike, four-seam fastball on the inside corner at the knees. The count is 0-1. Sure do, Cat Snow. Sure do. Come in set, the 0-1. A slider upstairs. The count is 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. A changeup up and away, and the count is 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. A slider inside to Ivan Herrera, and the count is 3-1. Nobody on with one out. Top of the seventh inning, 3-2 Reds. It's a 3-1 count here to Ivan Herrera. Burke comes set, and Burke deals. Ball 4 on the changeup up and away, so Ivan Herrera works a one-out walk, and the Cardinals have a runner on first with one out here in the top of the seventh inning. And here comes Alec Burleson. Lefty-lefty matchup. Runner leads the first pitch. A sinker up and in, goes all the way to the backstop. Moving up 90 feet is Ivan Herrera. It is clearly a ball. The count is 1-0 with a runner on second. So a wild pitch there by Brock Burke. And it's starting to come down. Big old pellets there at Great American Ballpark. Burleson is 1 for 2. A walk, a single, a run scored. Coming set is Burke. Now the 1-0. A four-seam fastball up and away. It's ruled a ball. The count is 2-0. Yeah, it's raining hard. Let's see how long this lasts. Now the 2-0. Hit to the right side. Picked up by Sal Stewart on a hop. Takes it to the bag himself for the second out of the inning. Moving up 90 feet from second to third is Ivan Herrera. So the Cardinals have a runner on third with two out. Now here is Jordan Walker. Walker is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Now he has himself the hat trick. Lefty-righty matchup. Coming set is Burke. The first pitch. A four-seam fastball well inside. The count is 1-0. Burke comes set at the belt. The 1-0 pitch. A four-seam fastball well inside. The count is 2-0. Infield defense very much shifted towards left with the righty Walker. The 2-0. A changeup down and away, and the count is 3-0 here from Brock Burke. Next pitch will be his 13th. It's definitely coming down there in Cincinnati. Burke comes set, the 3-0. Ball 4 on the changeup away, so 4 straight out of the zone there by Brock Burke, and that'll put runners at the corners with 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. It is a 3-2 Cincinnati lead. Now we have a pinch hitter here for Nate Church in the person of Jose Fermin, making it a lefty-righty matchup. And now they're having a little meeting on the pitching mound between the pitching coach for Cincinnati, Brock Burke, and Jose Trevino. Stepping into the box is Jose Fermin. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Runners at the corners with 2 out. The first pitch. A slider downstairs. It is ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. That came in at 87 miles an hour. Jose Fermin's got that big, runny eye black going, even in a night game. And the 1-0. Strike. Changeup on the outside corner. Whispers over the black. The count is 1-1. Jose Fermin hitting .239, 5 home runs, 28 RBIs this year in part-time duty. They're becoming less and less part-time, much more and more full-time, all over the place. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. It is a pop-up around first base. Underneath it, calling for it is McLean. He makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So, no runs and 2 left on after 6.5 innings of play. It is 3-2 Reds. It's 7th inning stretch time at Great American Ballpark, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 3-2 Reds going bottom of 7. All right. So it looks like rain on and off for the remainder of the evening. I don't know that it will hold up play, but don't take me to court on that because I don't know for sure. Heck, the weather app I'm looking at right now is just showing it as partly cloudy, despite the fact it was just pouring there a moment ago. But that's the weather for you, folks. Now, due up for the Reds in the bottom of the 7th inning is Stevenson, Toglia, and Blade. 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Now, last we saw, Liberatore was getting near 100 pitches last we saw, but Luis Gastelum was getting hot down in the Cardinal pen. And I would say that it's not unlikely he will be making an appearance here. And we are back for the bottom of the 7th inning. Man, they really speed rushed that take me out to the ball game at Great American Ballpark tonight. Here's Luis Gastelum. 18 2/3 innings pitch, a 5.79 ERA, a whip of 1.23 in 16 games. Righty-righty matchup, the first pitch. There's a fly ball out to shallow right field. Calling for it is Weatherall. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Gastelum. Stevenson will have a seat, and here comes Toglia, the switch hitter, presumably hitting left-handed. Coming set, the first pitch from Gastelum. Strike, 4-seam fastball in the inside corner to Toglia, hitting left. The count is 0-1. Nobody on with 1 out, bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Reds. The 0-1. Swinging strike on the changeup, down and away. Swinging over the top of that one was Toglia. The count is 0-2. And the 0-2. A changeup away and well out of the zone. The count is 1-2. Michael Toglia is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Sweeper on the outer. Third at the knees. For the second out of the inning. So a couple of quick outs here for Luis Gastelum. Now here's J.J. Bleday. 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on with 2 out, bottom of the 7th inning, 3-2 Reds. Now Cummins sets Gastelum. The first pitch. Strike, changeup on the outer third, thigh high, and the count is 0-1 to Bleday. He comes set, the 0-1. A changeup down and away, and the count is 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. A four-seam fastball up and away, and the count is 2-1. Gastelum sets, Gastelum deals. Strike, changeup on the outer third, just above the knees, and the count is even at 2-2. As they switch up the baseballs. On deck is Trevino. Cummins set. Now the 2-2. A changeup down and away, nowhere near the zone. The count is full, 3-2 to Bleday. The bases are empty with 2 out. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-2 Reds. Cummins set. Now the 3-2. Popped him straight up behind home plate. Giving chase is Jimmy Crooks, but it goes into the stands. I agree, C. John, and it's good to see you. Now, Cummins set the 3-2. Swinging strike 3 on the changeup, down and in. For the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, nobody left on. After 7 full innings of play, it is 3-2 Reds going to the top of the 8th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 3-2 Reds going top of 8. No, I don't think there's a chance of that happening, Elder. My guess is he's very attached to those locks. And it works for him. It definitely works for him. So, due up for the Cardinals in the top of the 8th inning. Win Baez and Blaze Jordan. 6, 7, and 8 in the Cardinal order. A 150 likes. Thank you all so very much. It is greatly appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying the show as much as you are. I thank you for it. All right, we are back for the top of the 8th inning. Win Baez, Blaze Jordan. It's a 3-2 Reds lead here in the top of the 8th. Luis May, the right-hander, in 12 games, 17 in the third innings pitched, a 3.63 ERA and a whip of 1.33. Righty-righty matchup against Mason Wynn. The first pitch from May. A sinker up and away. It's ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. May comes set above the belt. Now the 1-0. Swinging strike on the sinker down Broadway. The count is 1-1. That came in at 97 miles an hour. As Mason Wynn gets back into the saddle. Coming set is May. Now the 1-1. A sinker down and away and out of the zone. The count is 2-1. Now he comes set. The 2-1 pitch. Foul tipped on the sinker upstairs. The count is 2-2. This pitching change is brought to you by Steve's Hot Dogs. Go try the Paul D. Triple Chili 5-alarm cheese tornado dog today. I swear he does that as a tongue twister. The 2-2. A sinker upstairs. The count is 3-2. Each new iteration of that Steve's Hot Dog read is designed to become more and more complicated. I love it. The 3-2. Swinging strike 3 on the sinker downstairs for the first out of the inning. So May comes in and gets Mason Wynn hacking for the first out. Here comes Joshua Baez. Singled in his pinch hitting for Brian Torres earlier. Righty-righty matchup. Coming sets May. First pitch to Baez. Strike, slider down Broadway below the belt. The count is 0-1. A single and a stolen base for Joshua Baez. He's 1 for 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. A sinker on the outside corner ruled a ball. The count is 1-1. That was a very generous call there to Baez. Coming set is May. The 1-1. Check swing on the slider down and away. Did he go around? No, says Blue down the first baseline. The count is 2-1 to Joshua Baez. Nobody on with 1 out. Top of the 8th, 3-2 Reds. May sets above the belt. Setting up away is Trevino. The 2-1. Foul back on the sinker up and away. And the count is even at 2-2. No, I did not, Alex. I'll have to look it up, but no, I did not. Now, coming set is May. The 2-2. There's a fly ball down the left field line and into the stands. I swear, there must be 2,500 people in the ballpark at the moment, especially after the rain. Coming set is May. He deals. A sinker down and away, and the count is full. 3-2 to Joshua Baez. On deck is Blaze Jordan. Blaze is 1 for 2. Setting up ways Trevino, the 3-2. Ball 4 on the sinker down and away, so Joshua Baez works a 1-out walk. And here comes Blaze Jordan. Now, Blaze Jordan steps into the box. Righty-righty matchup, runner on first with 1 out. The first pitch. A sinker well inside. The count is 1-0. He comes set and deals. Chop foul down the third base side. Now to play on the sinker away. Rain is coming down again. Now the 1-1. Foul tipped on the sinker on the inner third. The count is 1-2 to Blaze Jordan. So there's a runner on first with 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. 3-2 Reds. Heavy pellets here. Rain has resumed. Blaze Jordan gets back into the box. Joshua Baez leads off first. It's a 1-2 count. May comes set above the belt and deals. Foul back on the slider in. The count is 1-2. Now Cummins set above the belt. The 1-2. Foul tipped and rolls over towards the Reds dugout. Now the 1-2. A sinker up and away. Originally ruled a ball. Challenged there by Trevino. So an ABS challenge incoming, and I think it's a pretty good one. Let's see. And the call ball is overturned. It is called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. It was a sinker on the outside corner below the belt. Just got that very, very top left of the strike zone looking in from home plate. So a runner on first with 2 out. Here's Jimmy Crooks. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Runner on first with 2 out. Top of the 8th, 3-2 Reds. Cummins sets May. Righty-lefty matchup. Throws over to first. Back in time with the head first slide is Joshua Baez. Now May sets above the belt. The first pitch is Jimmy Crooks. Foul tipped and rolls over towards the Cardinal on deck circle. The count is 0-1. Jimmy Crooks is 0 for 3 tonight. Crooks gets back in the saddle. May comes set above the belt. Runner leads off first. It's an 0-1 count. And the 0-1 pitch. Strike. Slider on the inside corner. Thigh high. Taking second uncontested is Joshua Baez. So he moves from first to second uncontested. A stolen base. And the count is 0-2. It's not defensive indifference. He's the tying run. Now the 0-2. A slider down and in, and the count is 1-2. Now, Cummins set is May. The 1-2. Swinging strike 3. Down, hack it goes Jimmy Crooks on the slider upstairs for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 left on. After 7.5 innings of play, it is 3-2 Reds going to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 3-2 Reds going bottom of 8. Do excuse me for a moment. Had to stretch a little bit there. Two up for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trevino, McLean, and De La Cruz. 8, 9, and 1 in the Cincinnati order. They have a 3-2 lead going bottom of 8. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the 8th inning. 8, 9, and 1 in the Reds order. That looks like Gordon Graceffa. No, correction, that's Justin Brule. 29-year-old left-hander, 56 games, is 0-1 with a 3.26 ERA and 60 2/3 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts in that span, a whip of 1.34 against the righty Trevino. Lefty-righty matchup, the first pitch from Brule. Strike, sinker on the outside corner, the count is 0-1. Yeah, I'm all right, Roger. Well, I was eating earlier, and I don't want to eat on screen. I think that's uncouth. Here's the pitch. A sweeper down and away, and the count is 1-1. And there, I was just taking a stretch. I'm fine, Roger. And the 1-1 pitch. Hit straight up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So, a leadoff single for Trevino puts the runner on first with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th for the Reds. They have a 3-2 lead. Now here is McLean, who's 2 for 2. A lefty-righty matchup. Runner on first, nobody out. He shows butt, and he throws it all the way to the backstop. Jimmy Crooks has to go running after the thing. It was very much a wild pitch. Trevino easily moves up 90 feet from first to second. It's a 1-0 count. It looks like he's having a little issue with getting a grip on the baseball. There's the understatement of the century. Trevino leads off second. And the 1-0, he shows bunt, pulls back. It's a sinker up and away, ruled a ball. The count is 2-0. Cheers, Brother Joe. Thank you so much. Infielders are way in at the corners. Middle infielders playing back even with the bag. Here's the pitch. Strike, sinker on the outside corner. The count is 2-1. Presumably protecting against that bunt that he's shown on the first 2 pitches of this at-bat. Now, Cummins sets Brule, the 2-1. He shows bunt, and he puts it down in front of home plate. It's picked up by Blaze Jordan. He throws to first, and it's wide. It goes down towards the tower. Picked up out there by Jordan Walker in foul territory. Scoring is Trevino from third, and that will be a run scored by Trevino. I don't think you can call it exactly an RBI, as that was most definitely an enormous throwing error there by Blaze Jordan. I mean, that thing went a dozen feet wide into foul territory, and it's coming down quite hard there at Great American now. And the first pitch to De La Cruz. A sinker away. The count is 1-0. De La Cruz, switch hitter, hitting right against the lefty Brule. Runner on first, nobody out. 1 already in. It's a 4-2 Reds lead. Cummins sets Brule, the 1-0. Strike, sweeper down Broadway. The count's 1-1 to De La Cruz. Now, Cummins set, the 1-1. A sinker up and away, nowhere near the zone. The count is 2-1. Now, coming set, the 2-1. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. Here's the play into second, and he is safe at second. So McLean steals a bag there. The pitch is called a strike, so it's a 2-2 count, but McLean steals a bag. And it's a 2-2 count to De La Cruz, who's 1 for 3. Who gets back in the box? One already in. It's a 4-2 Reds lead. Coming set. Now the 2-2. There's a fly ball out to center field. Drifting back is Aramine. He makes the catch. Tosses it back in. Moving from second to third on the sacrifice fly is McLean. He moves from second to third. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Now here is Sal Stewart, 1 for 3. It's a lefty-righty matchup. 1 for 3 with that 3-run home run. The biggest difference in this game, no doubt. And they give him the intentional pass. So Sal Stewart will do a light sprint down towards first. So that'll put runners at the corners with 1 out. And now here comes Myers, who's 0 for 3. A tough 0 for 3. This guy is always a tough at-bat. A couple of flyouts and a strikeout for Dane Myers. 256, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Lefty-righty matchup. Runners at the corners with 1 out. He shows bunt, pulls, and he pushes it down towards first. Picked up over there by Brule, but no one is covering the bag with Burleson coming in, charging in on the ball. Scoring from third is the runner, and that will make it a 5-2 Reds lead. And in that case, yeah, it's an RBI infield single and RBI for Dane Myers. Scoring McLean from third. Now runners on first and second with 1 out. Here is Suarez, lefty-righty matchup. And the first pitch. Swinging strike on the sweeper, down and in. The count is 0-1 to Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts himself. 2 in here. 1 on a throwing error, the other on an RBI infield bunt single. Scoring McLean from third. Here's the pitch. A sweeper low, and the count is 1-0. Now, come in set. The 1-1. Strike. Sinker on the inside corner. The count is 1-2. Looks like someone was naughty in the chat. Glad I missed that. The 1-2. A sweeper downstairs. The count is 2-2. Back onto the bump is Brule. Runners lead off first and second with 1 out. It's a 2-2 count. He deals to Suarez. A changeup well away, and the count is full, 3-2. Coming set is Brule at the belt. And he steps off the rubber, so we get to wait a little longer for the 3-2 to Suarez. And here's the pitch. A sweeper down and in, so ball 4 to Eugenio Suarez, and that'll load the bases with 1 out. Justin Brule is not having a great night. But for that matter, neither is the defense behind him in this inning. So the bases are juiced with one out. Here's Stevenson. He's 0 for 3. Lefty-righty matchup. Popped out back in the 7th. Coming set. The first pitch. Strike. Sinker on the inside corner. The count's 0-1. Five-2 Reds here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the 0-1 pitch. A changeup down and in. The count is 1-1. Tyler Stevenson with his career at the base loaded, hitting .315, 3 home runs, 53 RBIs. Now the 1-1 pitch. A sinker inside. The count is 2-1. Stevenson gets back in the saddle. The bases are juiced with one out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 5-2 Reds. And the 2-1. Hit down there towards third base. It rolls down the line, and it goes foul. And a good play there, actually, by Blaze Jordan to let it go foul and not play the ball in fair territory. So everything resets, and the count is 2-2. Stevenson dusts off his bat. Take a deep breath, gets back into the saddle. Back onto the bump is Brule. Bases loaded with one out. It's a 2-2 count. He comes set. Now the 2-2 pitch. A sweeper down and in. The count is 3-2. Ever since the rain started coming down, things have started falling apart. Now, come in set. Steps off the rubber. Having trouble getting all that clumped up dirt out from between his cleats. And time is granted to Stevenson, so we wait a little bit longer. Now he comes set. And the 3-2. Chop foul down the third base side and out of play on the sinker down and in. And Brule just cannot seem to get any of that dirt out from between his cleats, just each and every time. They could definitely do with some drying agent out there, to say the least. He sets, and the 3-2 to Stevenson. Called strike 3, sinker on the inside corner at the knees. For the second out of the inning. You just about called that one, Brother Joe. Now here is the lefty Friedel. He is in as a pinch hitter, and the first pitch. A sinker gets away there from Jimmy Crooks. Everybody stays in place. It was very wide. Looked to be a sweeper. The count's 1-0. Friedel is in to pinch hit here for Toglia. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Friedel's hitting 158 on the yaw. Come in set, and he steps off again. Once again, trying to get those cleats free of that dirt there on the mound. Now he comes set above the belt. The 1-0 to Friedel. Foul down the first base side and out of play on the sinker. The count is 1-1. Now setting above the belt is Brule, the 1-1. Foul behind home plate, giving chases. Jimmy Crooks behind the plate. He makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. However, the Reds, they put two across, and the Cardinals give them a bit of help there along the way. And they have a 5-2 lead going to the top of the ninth inning. I'm Paul D, and this is Bombers Game Mike. 5-2 Reds heading to the top of the ninth. That was not an easy inning to watch. Yeah, they even have Justin Beasley swearing. I almost never hear Justin swear. I mean, I'm very thankful that he's very permissible for how much I swear when I'm not doing the stream. But that's just more his generosity of spirit. Due up for the Cardinals in the top of the ninth inning. Top of the lineup, J.J. Weatherall, Ivan Herrera, and Alec Burleson, 1, 2, 3. J.J. is 2 for 4 tonight. Herrera is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. And Burleson is 1 for 3, a run scored, a walk and a strikeout. Braylon Beasley, pre-buying 4 runs. I like how you think, Braylon. Thank you. One way or another, you're going to get those 4, whether it's tonight or some predetermined time in the future. Credit's good here. Here's Emilio Pagan coming in for the save. 30 games, 28 and a third innings pitched, a 3.81 ERA and a whip of 1.06 for the right-hander. Just a shade under 10 strikeouts per 9 for Pagan. Be our righty-lefty matchup here against J.J. Weatherall. It's 2 for 4, as I was mentioning a moment ago. Pagan comes set. And the first pitch. A four-seam fastball. Ruled a ball. The count is 1-0. I guess it was high. Okay. Each team only has 1 ABS remaining. The 1-0. Foul down the third base side and out of play. And the count is 1-1. That was a four-seam fastball. Yeah. You know, I hadn't even thought about that, Harold, but now that mental image is in there, it's not going anywhere. I have to think on that one. What exactly about it is that invokes a kangaroo? The 1-1. A four-seam fastball up and in, and it gets a piece of Weatherall. So a hit-by-pitch on the part of Pagan. J.J. Weatherall takes one for the team. So a runner on first, nobody out. Looks like they just got a piece of his elbow protector there on the right elbow for J.J. Weatherall. So runner on first, nobody out. Here's Ivan Herrera. 5-2 Reds here in the top of the ninth. And now the bat boy has come out to get a special stick so Pagan could get out that dirt between his cleats that Brule was having trouble with. And here is Ivan Herrera. 0 for 3 tonight. It'll be a righty-righty matchup. Runner on first, nobody out, following the hit by pitch to lead off here in the top of the ninth by J.J. Weatherall. Coming sets Pagan. And the first pitch. Strike. Four-seam fastball in the outer third at the knees. The count is 0-1. Pagan sets. And deals. Fouled on the check swing on the four-seam fastball up and in. The count is 0-2. That hit by pitch was brought to you by Icy Hot, the official paint reliever of Ivan Herrera. Yeah, seriously. 27 times this year. Come in, set. Now the 0-2. A four-seam fastball up and away, and the count is 1-2. Starting to come down rain-wise again. Heavy pellets. Now, come in, set the 1-2. There's a fly ball out to left field. Blade going back a couple of steps, now in. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Ivan Herrera flies out 7 for the first out here in the top of the ninth. Here comes Alec Burleson. The Cardinals need base runners, folks. Long and short of it is that they need base runners. They need them bad. Alec is 1 for 3. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Runner on first with one out. The first pitch from Pagan. Hit to the right side. It's a fair ball, and it's booted slightly there by Sal Stewart, who picks it up, steps on first himself for the second out of the inning. Moving from first to second on the play is J.J. Weatherall. Originally, I think what was happening there was, one, it was a broken bat at the handle that went flying right at Sal Stewart. And he was trying to turn the double play, like literally before he had the ball, so he couldn't get a handle on it. But he was able to pick it up, step on the bag for the second out. So runner on second with two out. Here is Jordan Walker, righty-righty matchup. The first pitch. Foul back on the four-seam fastball down Broadway. The count is 0-1 to Jordan Walker, who's 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts and a walk for Jordan Walker. Runner leads off second. It's an 0-1 count. Pagan deals. There's a fly ball to right field. Going back, looking up, and it is gone. A 2-run home run off the bat of Jordan Walker. Jordan Alexander the Great conquers again, and that will cut it down to a 5-4 Cincinnati lead. Went the other way about two or three rows deep to right field. It was a low liner too. Not much of a launch angle, but enough to get it out of the park. About 4 or 5 rows deep. 5-4 Cincinnati. But they're still 1 run behind. Now here's Jose Fermin. It's a righty-righty matchup with nobody on and 2 out. And the first pitch from Pagan. Strike. Cutter on the outer third at the knees. The count is 0-1. Well, There are those two of those runs, Braylon. I still owe you two more. The 0-1. Hit to the left side and down the left field line into the corner for a base hit. Coming around first into second is Jose Fermin with the 2-out stand-up double to left. And the Cardinals have a runner on second with 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning. It is a 5-4 Cincinnati lead. He turned on it. Absolutely turned on it. Bleday was very much shaded much closer towards center than he was the line. Here's Mason Wynn. And once again, the bat boy with the stick to Pagan there to get some of that dirt out between his cleats. And he's got a lot of it caked in there. Just exactly the kind of detail you want in your play-by-play, of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that must be satisfying. Yeah, get that crap out of there. All right. So a runner on second with 2 out. Cardinals have cut it down to 1 here in the top of the 9th. Here is Mason Wynn against Pagan. Righty-righty matchup. Runner on second. And the first pitch. Strike. Cutter on the outer third. Thigh high to Mason Wynn. The count's 0-1. Now, coming set above the belt. The 0-1. A cutter down and in. The count is 1-1. On deck is Joshua Baez. Now, Pagan comes set above the belt. And the 1-1. And it gets away there from the catcher, goes all the way to the backstop. Jose Fermin moves down from second to third on what I could only call a wild pitch. It is a ball, and the count is 2-1. So the tying run is but 90 feet away in the man of Jose Fermin. And there's the stick again. Getting out that crapola between the cleats of Pagan's cleats. Into the saddle is Mason Wynn. Tying run is 90 feet away. Coming sets Pagan. Now the 2-1 to Wynn. A 4-seam fastball up and in. The count is 3-1 to Mason Wynn. On deck, Joshua Baez. Wynn is 0 for 3. Now, come in set is Pagan. The 3-1. Fouled back on the 4-seam fastball away. And it looks like a bit of a stinger there on the hands of Mason Wynn when he fouled it back. Yeah, on the left hand. That did not look fun. And it's starting to come down again. So Pagan is back onto the bump. Coming set above the belt. Now the 3-2. Hit foul down the right field line and into the stands. That was on a 4-seam fastball up and away. Yeah, it's coming down hard. Harder than it has at any point prior as far as I can tell. Runner leads off third. It's a 3-2 count with 2 out. The 3-2. And he hits it up there towards the mound. Throwing over towards first is Pagan. And he beats the throw there. And it is out number 3. And that will do it. So, that is your final, folks. Tying run 90 feet away. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. as the rain comes pouring down at Great American Ballpark. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. They come almost all the way back. Jeff Coleman with a $2 super. I thank you, Jeff. Very much appreciated. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. Tying run 90 feet away. They came close but couldn't get it up over that hill tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for the 11:40 a.m. Central Time scheduled first pitch from Great American Ballpark. I'll be live here at 11:30 a.m. Central Time for the play-by-play live stream. Braylon Beasley with a $2 super matching Jeff. Thank you both so much. This has been a presentation of Bombers Game Mike. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. We'll be back tomorrow for that's correct, 11:40 a.m. Central start time. I'll be live here on Game Mike at 11:30 a.m. Central Time for the play-by-play live stream. I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me here on your Wednesday night. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. Tomorrow is the rubber match. I hope to see you all there. I know many of you will be at work, obviously, but hope to see some of you there. This has been a presentation of Bombers Game Mike. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you so much, Brother Joe. Jeff Coleman, you stay classy, my friend. Braylon Beasley, a real chip off the old block. Justin Beasley doing Justin Beasley things. Win or lose, rain or shine. Jimmy, it's been a pleasure. Cat Snow, always a good time. Harold, cheers to you. Brother Joe, you know where it's at. This has been a presentation of Bombers Game Mike. Roger Bassman, storming like a felon here. Oh, wow, okay. You stay safe, Roger. I'll see you soon. This has been a presentation of Bombers Game Mike. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. I'll be back tomorrow for scheduled first pitch at 11:40 a.m. Central Time for scheduled first pitch from Great American for the rubber match. And I'll be live here for the play-by-play live stream on Game Mike at 11:30 a.m. This has been a presentation of Bombers Game Mike. Bombers Game Mike, over and out. Be well, both you and yours, wherever you may be. 5-4 Cincinnati is your final. Thank you all so much. And you know to have a very good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning.